My water broke in the middle of a screaming match with his ex-wives, and I swear the universe was laughing at me. I stood there, soaked and shaking, while Sheila and Karen, his two exes, hissed accusations like I'd stolen their lives. Not just their ex-husband's heart. Four daughters, ages 12 to 17, stared daggers, their whispers slicing through the air sharper than any knife. I'm Ellie, 32, 6 months pregnant, and wildly in love with Tom, a man whose baggage could fill a cargo plane. We met at a coffee shop a year ago, his warm smile cutting through my defenses like sunlight through fog. He was upfront about his past two messy divorces, four daughters, and a life tangled in drama. I thought I could handle it. Love makes you stupid like that. But now, with my belly swelling and hormones raging, I'm drowning in a storm I didn't see coming. Sheila, the first ex, is a corporate lawyer with a tongue like a whip. She cornered me at a family barbecue, her voice low and venomous. You're just the shiny new toy. Ellie, he'll trade you in too. Karen, the second, is softer but sneakier, dropping passive-aggressive bombs like, oh, you're keeping the baby brave, considering Tom's track record. Their daughters Lila, Mia, Sophie, and Ava took their cues from mom. At first, it was small things eye rolls, snarky comments about my cooking or forgetting to invite me to their school events. But it escalated. Last week, I found my car keyed with the word homewrecker scratched into the paint. I'm not proud to admit I cried in the garage for an hour. Tom tried to mediate, but he's a pleaser, caught between loyalty to his kids and his love for me. They'll come around, he'd say, squeezing my hand. But they didn't. The daughters started texting me directly, calling me names I won't repeat. Sheila and Karen fueled the fire, showing up unannounced at our house with concerns about my parenting skills for the baby. I'm not even a mom yet, and I'm already failing their test. The breaking point came at that disastrous dinner. Tom invited everyone to clear the air. I spent hours cooking lasagna, garlic bread, a salad no one touched. The girls sat across from me, smirking, while Sheila and Karen flanked them like generals. Ellie, you don't understand what it's like to raise his kids, Sheila said, swirling her wine. You're not family. Mia, the oldest daughter, chimed in. Why are you even here? You're not our mom. I felt my chest tighten, the baby kicking as if sensing my panic. Then Karen leaned forward, her voice syrupy. Pregnancy must be so hard. Are you sure you're up for this? That's when I felt the gush down my legs. My water broke. 3 months early. The room went silent, their faces frozen in shock. I grabbed Tom's arm, gasping, hospital, now. As we rushed out, I heard Sophie whisper, maybe it's for the best. I wanted to scream, but fear for my baby swallowed everything else. At the hospital, doctors confirmed preterm labor but stabilized me. Bed rest, they said. No stress. I laughed bitterly at that. Tom sat by my bed, his face pale, guilt etched into every line. This is my fault, he whispered. I should have protected you. That night, alone in the sterile hospital room, I made a decision. I couldn't keep living like this, targeted, cornered, and scared. I loved Tom, but love wasn't enough if his past was going to destroy our future. So I told him what he had to do. Set boundaries, I said, my voice steady despite the tears. Your exes, your daughters, they don't get to run our lives. You need to choose us, me and our baby, or this won't work. It wasn't an ultimatum. It was survival. I couldn't bring a child into a war zone. Tom looked like I'd punched him. He nodded, though, and I saw something shift in his eyes, resolve. Maybe, or fear of losing me. The next day, he called a family meeting without me. I don't know exactly what he said, but he came back shaken. I told them no more attacks, no more ambushes. If they can't respect you, they don't get access to us. He'd laid down the law, no uninvited visits, no toxic texts, no more ganging up. He even threatened to limit contact with the girls if they didn't stop. It was harsh, but I felt a weight lift. For the first time, I believed he'd fight for us. The fallout was brutal. Sheila called him a traitor. Karen played the victim, saying I was tearing the family apart. The girls were quieter, but their silence felt like a storm brewing. Lila, the youngest, slipped me a note at the next visit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. It was small, but it cracked my heart open. Maybe there was hope. Weeks passed, and I stayed on bed rest, the baby holding strong. Tom was different, stronger, more present. He screened calls, blocked drama, and checked in on me constantly. The exes backed off, at least for now. The daughters were a mixed bag. Mia and Sophie still kept their distance, but Ava started asking about the baby, even offering to paint the nursery. Lila became my shadow, sneaking me snacks and asking shy questions about motherhood. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. I learned something through all this: family isn't just blood, it's the people who choose to stand by you. Tom chose me, and I chose him, but we both had to fight for it. The baby, a boy we named Noah, arrived early but healthy, his tiny cries filling the hospital room with hope. Holding him, I felt a strength I didn't know I had. I'd face the storm and come out whole, but the scars remain. I still flinch when I see an unknown number on my phone, wondering if it's Sheila or Karen. The girls are warming up, but trust is a slow build. I wonder sometimes if I'm strong enough to keep this up, to be the stepmom, the partner, the mother in a family so fractured. Yet every time I look at Noah's tiny face or feel Tom's hand in mine, I know it's worth it. What do you think? Was I right to demand boundaries? Or did I push too hard? Should Tom have done more sooner? Or were we both just doing our best in a messy situation? Share your thoughts, I'd love to hear them. And